everybody. So today I'm making this 60th birthday card. It's for one of our neighbours. He's 60 this month. So this is how I do it. I have to confess, it doesn't turn out how I planned it at all. But I'm really happy with the end result. I make it as a 6x6. And I want to do mats and layers, so I want to do a black and then a white. So it's basically black and white card with gold gilding gilding wax. And then because I need to get the card just right, because I normally do 1/4 of an inch mat and layers, but I've done half of that this time, so I don't have a lot of wiggle room. And obviously this double-sided tape will stick straight away, so I'm just using this hunky-dory glue stick to help me to have a little bit of wiggle room, which you'll see in a minute is a good job I did, because the card fell and it would have stuck straight away hadn't I done this, and I would have been in trouble. So yeah, there you can see it comes up nice and easy. It just gives that little bit of a wiggle room. And then do the same with the white mat. I never know which way around they are, a mat and a layer, or is it? Anyway. So yeah, this is the next mat or layer, whichever one it is. And like I say, it's going to be the white, because you'll see in a minute the next part that I'm going to be putting on is basically the black card, which is like the main focus of the card. So again, give me that wiggle room on the white. I use the glue pen again, or glue stick, sorry, not glue pen. And as you can see, it's quite a thin border that I've given myself, because I didn't really want to go any bigger than a 6x6. So I had to work down from the 6x6. Like I say, this wasn't how I planned the card originally. And then I do a black and a white of these dies. They're from Crafter's Companion. They come in their layout folder. And then with the white one, I emboss it with this embossing folder, which is from Amazon. And then I just want to kind of make it stand out, give it a bit of definition really. So on the raised parts of the embossed, I've got this little eyeshadow sponge thing that I use to applicate, and I'm just putting some gold gilding flakes. I'm not putting it on so that it's, you know, really thick, or it doesn't matter if, you know, there's little parts that aren't covered. I want it to look a bit sort of rusticy. So yeah, I go all over the raised parts using this. So this card originally was actually going to be 2 beer glasses with a beer barrel and a cheers, and then obviously the happy 60th birthday. But yeah, once I started doing this, I kind of fell into, actually that's not going to work. And I prefer what I've done for this specific card. So yeah, I kind of changed my plans, which I'm sure a lot of us do as we go along. We kind of find our rhythm during the making of the cards. But that's fine, I've coloured them, you know, the pint glasses in, and I can use them on another project, so I'm not worried about that. I think this gives it a nice kind of rusticy look. Like I say, I'm not putting it on so it's really thick, you know, it is going on quite rough. And then I've got the cheers, and I do the same again. As you can see, it's quite a rough, you know, it's not a really thick layer. And then I put this layer onto the larger black one using the Kalau All-Purpose. Like I say, this will be sort of the main focus of the card. And then I want the cheers on the embossed part, so I'm going to give it a black cardstock drop shadow. So using my precision glue gun, I just do some little blobs. Keep them sort of in the centre because I don't need them to go right to the edge, because obviously it's going to be hanging off here and there because it's going to be on a drop shadow, so I don't need it to be, you know, on the edges as such. And then I'll just give it a quick pat on the back of my hand just to make sure I haven't got too much. It's a bit fiddly because I haven't got much room to hold the black cheers in place, so and the glue's gone tacky already, so it's a little bit fiddly, but I get there in the end. And I'll hold it up to the camera in a minute so you can see it's a very, very minute drop shadow. Don't know if you can make it out there, but if you can't, I do put it on a little bit of black, white card. You can just see it there. And then I decide to do the same with the 60th. So again, I just give that a rough all over with the gold gilding wax, gilding wax. And I give them the drop shadow. Once I've done these, I do actually realise I want them to stand off the card a little bit more, so I do actually cut another 2 black layers of the 0s and the 6s and put them underneath, just so that it bulks it out a little bit and raises it. And then with the happy birthday I do the same again. Like I say, it's just really rough, you know, I'm not worried about going around the edges. It doesn't matter if some bits have got more on, some have got less on. It's just a really rough, to give it a bit of an antique-y kind of look and feel. And again, the happy birthday I give a drop shadow to. The drop shadow on the happy birthday I keep at the 1 layer of black rather than 3 like on the 60th, and I believe on the cheers as well I done it. However, once I put the card together I did kind of wish that I had done the happy birthday with the 3 layers as well, but you know, that's fine. It's not a major problem that I didn't. Hopefully the neighbour likes the card. I think these colours would look quite nice if you had like an older couple celebrating, you know, like a wedding anniversary, and you have like a sepia type wedding photo. These sort of, you know, the black and the white with this gilding wax done in this way where, you know, you really kind of just put it on, so it's not, you know, really kind of just rough. I think that would look quite nice as well. I'm not sure what colour would it go with. Probably go with a go with a golden wedding anniversary, so 50th wedding anniversary. It'll go nice with that. And you could do the same with the silver, and you could do it in for the platinum, you could do it in silver. It does make it a bit easier with the one that I'm using, because this one is actually it is a gilding wax, but it's more of like a watery one rather than the wax, so it might be a little bit more tricky to get it as rough kind of as this with the actual wax stuff. I have got the silver in wax, and once the gold's gone I will be getting the gold in the wax as well. The birthday didn't quite have enough my liking of the black showing as well, but you know, it is what it is. You can still see it, it's just not as much as the others. And then I put some double-sided foam on the kind of main part of the card, and just to give me a little, I don't know why, but I don't really need any wiggle room, to be fair, so I didn't really need to use my tacky glue for this bit, but I did. It's just habit, I think, because I always use it when I'm using 3D foam. Obviously foam breaks down over time, and you never know whether people are going to keep their cards or not, so long term, you know, in a treasure box or something. So I always like to use some tacky glue. I use it on the bottom as well, and on the top. And then I decide I'm going to put the 60th on the main focal of the card. I did try it other ways, but the 60th and the happy birthday didn't quite fit around the edges, and I didn't really want to cover up the main focal sort of 0 point. There you go, that's me showing you how deep it is. So it's 3 black sheets, 3 black card mounts deep on the 60th and on the cheers. So I mean, I could have moved, you know, the happy birthday down, I guess, but it would have meant that I would have needed to put that as more layers as well, because obviously I raised up the circular part, but that's fine. You know, like I say, I am happy with how the card looks. I didn't put any gems or anything like that, because he is a proper manly man, and I don't think that they would be his sort of thing, so I didn't put them on, but some sepia ones probably would go nice. And then there's the cheers going on. So yeah, there it is, that's it. I'm really pleased with it. I like the colours, I think it's nice. So yeah, hopefully the neighbour will like it. Hope it gives you some ideas. Please do like the video and give it a subscribe so you don't miss any of my other videos. Take care of yourselves, have a lovely week, and I will see you next week. Take care, bye for now.